Hola, hola, hermosas. Hey, how are you? I hope you are doing good. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Mujer De Exito Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. And here's what I want to say. Welcome back to another episode of the Mujer De Exito Unbounded podcast, which is the woman for which is the podcast for the mujerpreneur que está lista to rise, lead, and prosper con propósito. I am your host, Marti Angel, Latina Biz Coach. Some know me as the Small Biz Coach, or some people know me as Multiple Streams Queen. If you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. And I know that I was, stuttering at the beginning of this, but today, this is a raw and real. I don't edit out the ums and things like that. I want you to see me in my real self. And my real self is vulnerable. My real self is a human, and I make mistakes. Anyway, if you are watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, thank you so much. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you, my watchers, my listeners. If you're listening to me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, or listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite podcast shows, then let me just say gracias. Gracias. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell. And today we are talking about a tema is subject that, if embraced, can change your whole business and life, shifting your energy from selling to serving. Mujerpreneurs. How many of you have thought about it? Raise your hand. Have thought about it and said, you know what? Selling is just not spiritual. Well, mijita, let's get to today as I share with you how to shift your energy from selling to serving. So grab your cafecito or tu té verde and let's dive in. Again, if you're just joining me, gracias por estar aquí. I am Marti Angel, your host for the Mujer de Exito Unbounded. Let's talk about step number 1. We want to reframe our mindset from transactional to transformational, right? Transactional means you're just wanting to sell, and it doesn't matter what you're going to sell. You're just focusing on selling to get money. Where transformational is where you are actually sharing a product that can generally or genuinely transform a certain part of the life of your community, of your clientele, of your customers. Now, let me ask you something. When you hear the word sales, what comes to mind? If you are like many of my mujerpreneurs in the community, maybe you feel a little like, or maybe you just feel heavy, or maybe you just don't even like that word, so you just avoid it. Or maybe you feel pushy, or maybe you feel awkward, or like, I don't want to say it right now because I'm bothering people, and I don't want to seem like I'm the bothering type. Pero mi reina hermosa, chula, mujerpreneur, aquí está la verdad. Here is the truth. It's not about selling. It is about serving. Yes, you hear me go on and on and on and on about being a servant leader. But remember this. You didn't start your business just to sell a product or a service. You started your business, tú comenzaste because you had a gift, a passion, a desire to help others. But somewhere along the way, the pressure to sell, sell, sell stole the joy from your purpose. All of a sudden, it became a chore. And just by saying the word sell, it feels like a chore. So let's begin to shift that. What do you say? Let's begin to shift that. Let's bring the soul back to your sales. Let's put the soul back into your sales, right? So that's so important because I know to this day, I still tell people I don't like to sell, right? But I know that I'm a good salesperson. Now, talk about an oxymoron, right? I know I'm a good salesperson when I believe in the product. And I will never sell something that I don't take myself, or I won't never sell anything that seems like it's risky or something that I've never done myself, never tried myself, all of that, right? So let's talk about the second thing, which is the energy that you bring into the sale matters. Let me repeat that. The energy that you bring into the sale, whatever it is you're selling, matters. Because people don't buy because of your product. They buy because of you. People buy because of your energy. You either coincide with their energy and you like it, ¿Lo sabías? Yeah. The energy that you bring to the conversation, the sales conversation, whether it's online or in a DM or on a live or in a podcast, the energy you bring communicates louder than the words that you're using. If you approach sales from a place of neediness or desperation, people are going to feel it. If you're desperately trying to sell that person because you don't have somebody else selling, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, right? So you just have to open up your market even more. So, mi gente, lo siento, pero si llegas desde el corazón, if you come at your sales from your heart, from a place of abundance, from a place of the mantra that says, I am whole, I lack nothing, then what happens is abundance starts to flow because you come from a desire to serve, desde el deseo de servir. That's so important. And they also feel that. The people that you're selling to, the people that you're sharing to, will feel your energy. They feel whether you feel that you are a fraud. They feel everything, right? So you've got to shift your energy. Instead of, I need to make this sale kind of energy, instead, say this, use this mantra. How can I truly help this person today? How can I be of service today to my community? Show me in a big way how I can be of service to my community. I am open to receive, right? En vez de pensar en cerrar una venta, instead of thinking about closing a sale, think about opening up a relationship. Right? Instead of closing a sale, think about opening up a relationship. I am starting a relationship. I am opening up a relationship. That is how you create loyal clients who come back, refer others, and then stay connected with your mission. It's so important. Es sumamente importante que se conecten con su misión, that you connect with your mission. And the other thing I want to share with you, topic number 3 is service creates safety. Let me repeat that. Service creates safety, right? So here's something I want you to remember. Service creates safety. I'm going to repeat it over and over and over, because when you serve from your heart, when you educate, when you listen, when you hold space from the heart, you're building trust. Cuando tú sirves de corazón, cuando tú educas, escuchas, and hold space, you're building trust. And trust is the foundation of any sustainable business. So let's say, for example, let's say you're selling coaching like I am, right? Maybe, and then digital products or digital downloads or real products, palpable products. Don't just post the link and say, buy now. Instead, show up. Talk about how this offer came from your own transformation. Or maybe share a client's win. Perhaps offer a quick tip related to the solution your product provides. When you give value, cuando tú das valor, without waiting for something in exchange, sin esperar algo en cambio, people begin to trust you. La gente empieza a tenerte confianza. And once trust is there, the sale happens naturally. Now, how many of us would love to have sales happen naturally, right? So we've got to check in with our energy. It's so important to check in with your energy. Check in with your energy. And the next thing I want to talk about is embodying abundance instead of scarcity. Now, that is intellectually, it sounds easy, but I promise you, this has probably been the one that I've struggled with the most. I know you're going to ask me the same question I asked myself. How do I embody abundance instead of scarcity if I don't see my dream home with a dream backyard or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest? So here it is. Let me be real with you, amiga chula hermosas. It's so incredibly important for you to listen. As I say to you, for years I was chasing sales. Let me just, this is a story. For years I was chasing sales. It was like, make a sale, make a sale. Persiguiendo leads. I was, following leads. And then I noticed that at the end of the day, I felt tired, drained, and resentful until I realized I wasn't in alignment. The only reason that you become tired is because you're not in alignment with your true self. And when you're not in alignment with your true self, you're calling in all kinds of chaos. So when I figured out that I wasn't in alignment, hermosas, chulas, I knew that I had to shift. And the moment that I shifted from selling to serving, and to serving from overflow, my business changed completely. Now, I sell with ease because I lead with love. That even in and of itself is a mantra. I sell with ease because I lead with love. I love that. ¿Y tú and you? Ask yourself, am I selling with ease? Am I leading with love? You've got to know that. Are you chasing or are you attracting? You're either chasing or you're attracting. You can't be doing both. So switch in your mind, switch from, switch from how can I get more sales to how can I show up with more love and more clarity today. Lord, give me the certainty I need to show up with more love and clarity today. Give me the certainty I need to expand my vessel and allow more light to come into my world. Hermosas, chulas, cuando sirves desde la abundancia, el universo responde. And that's so incredibly important. Now let me share some practical tips to shift into that service model. And as I'm coming to closure with this new podcast, if you're if you've been watching me before, I'm trying this new platform. It's called Riverside, and I'm not even sure it's working. But if you're watching me and I'm doing something weird, make sure you leave it in the comments. Anyway, let's go back to the tips to shift into your service model. And let me leave you with some quick tips, mujer hermosa chula, to help you shift your energy right now. Here's the first thing I want you to do. Ground yourself. Before you post or before you try to sell anything, take 2 minutes to breathe. Reconnect with your intention to be of service and remind yourself, I am here to serve, not to chase. You want to create before you consume. Always remember that as well. Create before you consume. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. Because remember, when you scroll, you're consuming. So create before you start to scroll. And start serving. Post with the intention to elevate and educate. Ask powerful questions. Instead of pitching, ask, what are you struggling with right now? How can I support you? Those are 2 questions that are so simple. But they are so simple that people forget about them. Es muy simple. Pregúntate, ¿cómo puedes abrir más puertas? You want to know how to open doors by sharing, by caring. The other thing you can do is share your story. Your story is your superpower. Remember, la gente compra de ti cuando se sienten conectadas contigo. People will buy from you when they feel connected to you. So go ahead, be vulnerable, just like I am. I am doing the ums and the reiterations, and I'm laughing because I'm tripping all over my words. Be vulnerable, be real. That's why this podcast is raw and real. I don't edit out the ums. I want you to see me truly for how I am. I'm not always perfect. Right? I want you to learn to celebrate every act of service that you do. Whether someone buys or not, celebrate the connection. Because, amigas chulas hermosas, cuando sirves, ese es tu éxito. When you serve with love, compassion, as a servant leader, that is your success. That is your success. So, mujeres hermosas chulas, my beautiful mujeres de éxito unbounded. This is Marti Angel, and here to remind you, you were not called to hustle. You were called to serve. Y cuando tú sirves con amor, con claridad, con pasión, the right people will come to you. Trust me, I've been there. So, amigas chulas hermosas, if you are watching me, if you stayed this long, you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, gracias. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell so that every week when I go live, you get a notification. And if you can't watch it right away, you can watch the replay. And if you're listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite podcast shows, gracias por estar aquí. But here's what I want to ask of you: how you can serve me and how I can serve you. Please let me know in the comments below how I can serve you. And if this episode spoke to your soul, I want to invite you, quiero invitarte to download your next level resource, your Servant Leadership Reflection Guide. You can find it right now in the show notes below or in the description below if you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel. And if you want more trainings like this, more soul-driven biz tips and tools, then come and join our Mujerpreneur private community. It's where all the magic happens. And if this resonated with you, take a screenshot and tag me at MartiAngel_ELC on Instagram and share your biggest takeaway with your community. Remember, hermosa, chula, you are worthy. You are powerful. You were born to make an impact. So, once again, this is Marti Angel, your host of Mujer De Exito Unbounded, saying thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here with me. And until next week, keep serving, keep shining, keep elevating. Besitos y bendiciones. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you.